Alright, let's see. We good? We good? Sweet! What's up, everybody? This is Professor Brick. Pretty bricked up at the thought of my first Kickback live stream. I am a nobody. I think I actually have 0 subscribers. But the goal is not to get subscribers. So this is my first kind of planned live stream ever. Hold on, this isn't right. Okay, we're good. So this is my first kind of sort of intentional live stream. I've done some live streams in the past, to stream some games and open some Pokemon cards, but it wasn't really intentional. Didn't really have any plans of streaming in the short or long term. Now I kind of do. My reason for streaming is because I live in a retirement town, and there are not a lot of people my age with my interests. So I'm kind of live streaming just to make a little community online, hang out with people. I'm super duper social, so I love meeting, even strangers on the internet. Today, what I wanted to do is, it's just going to be a hangout day. I've got, let's see. I've got a Pokemon card binder. This is just my National Pokédex binder. I've been kind of slowly working on it. As you guys can see, I have... Oh, let me take them out. I printed out little cutouts of every single Pokemon in the National Pokédex. And I'm slowly going through... I'm getting started on Gen 7, looks like. No. Gen 6. Yeah. I'm getting started on Gen 6. I think I just finished putting all my Gen 5 cards in there. I'm relatively new to, returning to the Pokemon hobby. I've been playing Pokemon and collecting the cards for over 25 years, but I did go through some really tough times in life. I had to move a lot, and I ended up selling most of my cards, and I remember very clearly what cards I had, and they would have been worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today, but I am nonetheless very happy with where I am in life, and I'm not upset, though I would like to keep collecting. My collection is kind of behind us. It's very small. I'm relatively new. But I'll give you a little bit of a tour of both my little hobby game room and my laboratory and the rest of my place, maybe in a different stream. But yeah, today we're just going to be hanging out, going through some Pokemon cards. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of scanning. I just want to chat, hang out with people, hopefully make... a new friend or two throughout the stream. I also would like to use this stream to kind of tidy up just my stream settings, because I'm a noob. I've used OBS for work and for other things in the past before, but I've never set up donations, text-to-speech, yada yada. I'm not a professional, so I don't even know if I'll do that. But if I'm going to be working on stream setups, I'd like to do it with, at least the chance of somebody watching kind of assisting me. But I don't think there's anybody watching right now. It'd be a miracle if somebody does end up watching live in this first stream. But we'll see. I believe in miracles. Okay. A little bit more about me. Besides Pokemon, I'm into video games. I played World of Warcraft and League of Legends for the longest time. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break from video games right now. Although I did actually, that's a lie. It might be coming to an end, because I just bought a Switch 2, and Pokemon Legends ZA. So I might stream that too. I just don't have a capture card, so we'll get to it. Aside from that, I love the gym. I love to work out. I have been going through some stuff like these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I haven't been into the gym nearly as much, and I'm definitely losing some muscle. But I love to. Definitely not flattering on camera. I love to exercise. I have a very physical job. I'm a cable guy during the day. What else about me? I'm a Florida man. Haven't lived here very long, but I do now. I don't drink. I do like kratom, but I don't drink. And what else? Oh, I'm a business owner as well on the side. I own a 3D printing company. I have a little laboratory in my kind of the office room of the house over there. I might be doing some lab streams later on where I can stream just like the process of kind of printing stuff. We might print some Pokemon out. Again, I'm not here for like content creation. The idea of editing videos and getting a bunch of views and all that shit does not appeal to me. Honestly, maybe someday if people like just like the live streams, I can get an editor and we can put together some montages of making cool 3D printed shit. But I just want to live stream. I just want to be social and make friends. I just sit here and do my hobbies alone. I might as well at least like open up the possibility of somebody coming in and commenting and saying hi, sparking something interesting. So, all that being said, I'll show you the room a little bit. And sorry if the video for the stream isn't right. I swear this is a 1080p camera. I don't think I have it set up at 1080p. Or I have my stream resolution set to ultra wide. I don't actually think this is right. Output. Oh, wait. Video canvas 1920 by 1080. No, that's right. Hardware. I don't know. Webcam 1, properties, device development. No, we're gonna go custom resolution. Oh shit! Okay, hold on, guys. Output FPS. Do highest FPS. See, now something's weird because. What the hell? Hold on. Okay, now the aspect ratio seems right. There we go. That was weird. But this looks a little bit better. Now you guys can actually see that I have walls, and you can see this amazing drywall damage. I'm gonna hide that. I'm scared of that. But this is my game room. I don't know if the light... Yeah, that kind of helps a bit. This is my game room. It is basically a desk with my PC. I've got some personal mementos and like a little tiny little bookshelf over there that I have to fix up a bit. Thank God the camera's not pointed that way. And these are my collectibles and my books. I have lost so many collectibles and books from just my continuous moves across the country. I've lived in California. I've lived in Texas. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in Illinois. And now I live in Florida. Hell, I wasn't even born in the U.S., although that didn't really affect my stuff. So I've lost a lot, and I'm trying to rebuild. You know, I used to have a library and bins and bins and bins of cards and shit like that, but we're rebuilding. Life got tough. We did what we had to do, and now we're undoing it. I have 4 Prismatic Evolutions boxes up there, the super premium collections. I have, I don't know, I keep some like modern sealed booster packs on these 3D printed kind of hooks that I made. Right now I just have Chaos Rising. I think I have 6 packs. I opened 3 today. I bought 9 at Dick's at MSRP actually an hour ago, 2 hours ago. I have one Megazyte. Like straight up, guys, my collection's pretty pathetic. I have some card trays full of cards that I printed out. It's maybe, I don't know, spent a little under $1,000 on cards. However, my collection's probably worth $5,000, assuming I get some good results from PSA in the next couple days. I will be showing those off on a stream or something. Maybe we'll do an unboxing. I am trying to ignore any emails from PSA that might give away what they've graded. It's difficult. But yeah, I mean, I've got other stuff that's non-Pokemon back there. I love my Brandon Sanderson. Got some World of Warcraft boxes, Warhammer 40k, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder. Oh, I need to move some shit around too. And then just books. Mementos, yearbooks, whatever. Something you probably don't see is my Pokemon. His name is Buddy. He is not very good at battling. He's a gentle boy. And he is about 3 years old, maybe halfway to 4. He loves to get his tail pulled. Yes, he does. Yeah, he's purring like crazy. Okay. Hold on. I need to set this up so that I can have, like... How can I... No, don't step on that. Okay, thank you. I know that there is a way to have YouTube live chat. There it is. Docs. Chat. Can I dock you? Why can't I dock you? Okay, I just have to sign in. Hold on, folks. Ugh. Okay, I'm signing there. You know, I think a little reaction content. Honestly, if you have ADHD, you're going to love my streams because I'm just going to be bouncing around all sorts of shit. There's my other Pokemon. This is Monkey. Yoink. She is a bit more of a battler. They are brother and sister. They are the same age. She also likes having her tail pulled, but she doesn't like being held that much. Neither of them really do, if I'm being honest. But, yeah. Okay, I'm signing the chat. Just have to do these, like, verifications on my phone. Pick the number. Baba boy. Okay, cool. What if some of these docs are really, really annoying. There we go, that's better. I don't know how to use scene transitions, honestly. But that's fine. Controls, good. Move your ass, boy. Thank you. Can I just get rid of this window? Oh, yes, I can. Scene transitions, uncheck. Incredible. Okay. Oh, that's so much better. I'm gonna get some music playing in the background. And then I'm gonna go into the other room and listen to my stream. So I know if things are volumed right. Okay, now I need to lower the desktop audio. Great. Okay. Okay, I think I have everything set up. I think it's right. I'm gonna... Hey, bud. Do I need to move my... It's already a little too bright in here, if I'm being honest. Hey. Yeah, see, that's better. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, that was far less delay than I thought there would be. Okay, now we've got feedback. I think I can raise the music volume a little bit. If anybody is watching and the music volume is too loud, let me know. But at this point, I'm just going to start going through my binder. Cards, start adding stuff in there. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do this for an hour. Just work on this binder. And we'll call that a good enough kind of first stream. This is mostly a technical check. Maybe I'll do 2 hours because I do want to do a lot of scanning. But I also kind of don't want to do that until I mostly finish my National Pokédex binder. Okay, so what I do, and it is a D-ring binder. I know people are going to hate me for it, but like, if you know how to use a D-ring binder, then there's no problem. You just have to properly support your cards when you move them around. And get a big enough binder. A lot of people use binders that are too small. Although, I will say I think this is mostly temporary. Remember, I'm just kind of getting back into the hobby. So, don't hate me too much. So, I'm just going to be going through, chopping up these little inserts, and I don't have a camera. Well, let's see. You know, I guess this is gonna have to work. I don't really have a camera set up for. I know a lot of like Pokemon TCG streamers have like one that's right here. And they view like what they're unboxing and shit. I don't have that yet, so we're just gonna have to kind of imagine. So we're starting with the generations that came after I kind of left the hobby. I believe this is Gen 6. I've got some Chespin and Coolidins in my binder already, so I don't need those. So I want the... Oh, we're going to leave this to the side for now. I have to kind of... Oh, we got our first view! Oh, wait, that might have been me actually just watching on my phone. Damn it. But, was I going on about? Oh, I have to be intelligent in how I cut these up, because sometimes they're not perfectly aligned on the page, and also I need to first cut them in the rows and then I cut them in the singles, and I need the order to be right. So, for instance, when I cut them in the rows, I need the high number ones, or the higher numbers, to be on top. And then when I go through each row and cut them into singles, then it'll naturally sort itself backwards to where the, it'll naturally sort itself backwards to where the lower numbers will be on the top, and then we'll just go low to high. Takes me a little while to, oh god, I think I need to get a new blade. Takes me a little while to get in the groove of using this thing. Get really quick at it. It's not that bad. I'm gonna turn the fan. There we go. I'll move so you guys can see, buddy. Besides Pokemon, I'm also into Digimon. You know, it's funny, when I was playing Digimon Time Stranger, a couple months back when Legend ZA came out, I was, you know, a big fan of it. Oh, now it's blowing all my shit around. And I was like, oh, Digimon's back, Digimon's back. Like, I'll never have to, like, worry about Pokemon again, because I was kind of low-key boycotting Pokemon at the time. The top side is so sticky. But, actually, Digimon Time Stranger ended up really disappointing me, and it almost turned me off from Digimon entirely. It's not a bad game, mind you, it's just so overhyped, and there's a lot of like design decisions where you're just kind of like, what were they thinking? I didn't properly trim this page. Like Digimon, like a monster collecting battling game with no online battles? Very bizarre. I mean, that shit was in DS games. I don't know. Just really, really disappointing. Didn't really get a whole lot of new Digimon, I think. There we go. I'm getting in the groove. Just very, very sleepy still. Let's see, I don't want to make the same mistake again. I'm not artsy or fartsy. Actually, I'm very fartsy, but I'm not crafty or artsy or good at words today, apparently. So you can laugh at my cutter skills. They're not great. I know they're not. I really like this lo-fi Pokemon playlist. I might change it. Okay, I hope there's no super bad feedback from the system audio and the microphone picking up the music. Let me know if there is. But Now, in terms of like binders and collecting and stuff like that, you know, from what I can tell, master sets are really hot right now. I think master sets are cool, but they're not personal. They're not creative. And it's not really like a skill. Granted, collecting Pokemon cards in general is not too much of a skill, I think, unless you are up to some. Why are you so much taller? Oh, that'll fit. Yeah, collecting cards in general is not so much a skill, I think, unless you want to potentially argue like getting them at good deals is a skill, and that, you know, to that I would say sure. But ultimately, nobody's gonna look at your master set and be like, "Wow, what a skilled like or knowledgeable Pokemon card person you are." No, you just collected all the cards for that set in order. Hell, you could have bought your master set. But what I'm doing and what I like to see from other people is just a national Pokédex. Like, I'm going to collect hopefully all the Pokemon in the Pokédex, and I'm just going to put my favorite card from, you know, for each Pokemon into that binder. Doesn't matter if it's crazy expensive. Doesn't need to be crazy expensive. What was I going on about? Essentially like a national Pokédex binder where you just like collect every Pokemon and you just put the Pokemon that you like in there instead of just literally every single set you master set. I think that shows some character, some personality. And it's also just so big, such a massive binder, that it is something that you can show somebody and they'll be like, wow, you know, I love your collection. I actually need this card if you're willing to part with it. Whereas a master set, it's just like, wow, I have the exact same binder full of the exact same cards. So you kind of lose that reason like we had as kids to show other people your collections. I don't know if that even made sense. I'm just kind of ranting. I'm a little under the influence, not gonna lie. Again, not alcohol, I don't drink. But I do chill. I do kick back, as the stream infers. We are, wow, it feels like there are not a lot of Pokemon in Gen 6. And again, Gen 6 is kind of the generation where I don't know the Pokemon as well. I did play Sun and Moon. No, Gen 6 was... Wait, no, I think we're on Gen 7. I haven't even really been looking at the Pokemon that... Are we on Gen 7? Yeah, I think actually we are. Because X and Y was Gen 7. Sword and Shield was Gen 8, and then Scarlet and Violet was Gen 9. I don't know, I stopped after Black. Or no, I played Pokemon Sun. I don't know if I ever finished it. I just felt like Pokemon was changing too fast for me to enjoy. I played, I think, Alpha Sapphire. I don't know. And I played a lot of the side games. For me, aside from like Emerald and Platinum, the side games were always better. I loved Pokemon Ranger. I actually really liked Gale of Darkness. I loved Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Go, obviously, who didn't love that? Mystery Dungeon was phenomenal. Pokemon Pinball is the GOAT, or the second one, Ruby and Sapphire. I love Pokemon Pinball. I don't know. Okay. That was way faster than I thought it would be. So we are going to finish... We're going to cut these into singles. Gen 7. And then... we're going to put them in the binder. And then... we're going to go through my cards that are... right here. And put those in the binder according to our little guide. And then we move on to Gen 8. Then we repeat the process, move on to Gen 9, we repeat the process, and then we go through the entire binder and we scan it into price charting, because I'm that weird guy that likes price charting more than shiny or holodecks. And I'd be willing to talk about why, although I don't know if they're the most compelling reasons. I'm not really going to try to convince anybody to not use holodecks or shiny. I just prefer price charting because I also have Game Boy games in my collection, DS games, that sort of thing. So... yeah, wow. Gen 7 just feels so small. And some of these Pokemon are just stupid, I'm going to be honest with you. Avalugg. I saw his model in Pokemon Champions the other day. Because I just downloaded that after I got my Switch 2. And he just looks so goofy. You know, another thing that I could do is we could do reaction content. But I don't want to be disingenuous and, like, react to stuff without putting my full attention on it. Oh, this lo-fi is putting me to sleep, man. Yeah, wow. That lo-fi's hitting hard, man. I'm sleepy. I've got my caffeine right here. By the way, I have learned how to make caffeinated Hawaiian punch. That's what this is, with just those like little drink enhancers that you can get from Walmart. Costs like $7 for like a 2-week supply. Or maybe $10 for a 2-week supply. Caffeinated Hawaiian punch, it's crazy. So, I'm not familiar with a ton of these Pokemon. I think Clawitzer looks fucking cool. Fucking cool. So I was struggling a little bit with the first couple generations because I think a lot of the Scarlet and Violet sets definitely have more Pokemon from the later generation. Now we're getting closer to, you know, Gen 9 Pokemon. I'm excited for my binder to be more full than the older generations. Oh my gosh, I am sleepy, man. I don't think I can play my normal music on the stream. God, I'm so tired. Okay. We're locking in. We gotta get these singles cranked out. Why are there so many Furfros? What is this Pokemon? Struggling, y'all. No. So funny enough, my only dubs when it came to getting some like MSRP cards this week was at Ace Hardware and Dick's Sporting Goods. I failed at the Sam's Club drop. I honestly, Sam's Club needs to be sued for that absolute fiasco. They knew what was going to happen. They did nothing about it. Scalpers and bots won again. What a shocker. So, I think what I'm going to be satisfied with is, in my kind of small to medium-sized town, I'm going to figure out when all of the local restocks are. Hell, on my days off, I might drive to, like, really, really small towns. Try to pick up what I can out there. This caffeine is not doing anything. So what I might do is just what I've been doing in the past is like I put all these in, and then I start looking through all my cards. But I think what I'm gonna do is start by pulling out the cards, and then like as we go, we'll just slip them in there. So between 653 and 721. Wait a minute. Oh. 652 and 721. Wow, that is the entire generation. That feels like the smallest generation ever. Because even Gen 2 was like 100 Pokemon. Around there, or something like that. This is less. It's crazy. Okay. So I'll start with my hollows. That's Gen 8. Gen 9. Like that. We've got Litleo. Spritzy. We've got Sylveon. Although I have a nicer Sylveon, but I'm gonna wait to put like some of my more like sexy cards in there for a while. Applin, Dribbling. Why are their numbers so far apart? Alright, we got Phantump, Brayson. I have another Litleo, and I actually like, I think I like the one from Chaos Rising better than the one from Prismatic Evolutions. And I have so many of them from Chaos Rising. Pumpkaboo, Avalugg, Trevenant, Delphox. See, I told you I have a ton of Pokemon from this generation. Goodra, Xerneas. Golisopod is next gen, right? Yeah. Bergmite. This Delphox. These are both hollow. I've got multiple chestnuts here. I've got the reverse hollow and the regular hollow, and I think I prefer... actually... For this one, I think I prefer the hollow. Avalugg. What's this other one? Reverse? They're both reverse. That one's centered better. Goodra. This one's a regular hollow. They're both regular hollows. This one's cut better. And then I've got Goomy. See, tons of Pokemon from this generation. Tons of them. I'm not even close to going through all these yet. So, the Brayson I had, was it hollow or reverse hollow? It was reverse hollow. Skrelp. Goodra. Hollow. Bergmite. That was reverse hollow. This is reverse hollow too. I do have a reverse hollow Delphox, but genuinely, like, unless the reverse hollows have a special texture, like a Pokeball or something, which they don't in Chaos Rising, which is fucking lame, then I don't really like them that much. I thought Prismatic Evolutions just had so many nice reverse hollow patterns. Trevenant, it's a hollow. I have so many chestnuts! Oh, a Xerneas hollow. Nice. Froakie. Phantom was a reverse hollow, just like this. Fennekin. Meowstick. Gudra. Hollow. Sliggoo. Trying to get Sliggoo. I know I got Goomy. Goomy. Sliggoo. Gudra. I have so many Gudras. So many Chestnuts. Loud. Trevenants. Fennekin. Reverse hollow. Froakie. Reverse hollow. Chespin. I think I already put in there. Punkaboo. Quilladin. Did I put a hollow on it? I did not. Oh, I have him as a hollow. So I'm going to use him as a hollow. Okay, I'm almost done going through all my holographic ones. Aurorus, Meowstick, Diggersby, Dedenne, Rowlet's up next, I don't need him yet. Rumatisse, Fletchling, Tyrantrum. Yeah, so pretty much every single card that I got from Perfect Order, or every single holo, is going in this part of the binder. Need to gently pick these up here. And I should be getting some more Perfect Order, hopefully relatively soon. It surprises me that I'm seeing like lots of Chaos Rising, like on the MSRP shelves, but not Perfect Order. I've got a cool little Frogadier. I don't think I'm going to use them though. I also have the Mega Greninja EX. I sent it into PSA. And I also have the, A Mega Dragalge. But I'm not going to use this one. I think I have a different one in my... you guys gotta check this out. My 3D printed Pokemon deck box. This is the kind of stuff that I will be live streaming about eventually. Oh, I do have a beautiful IR Sliggoo. But I don't know, I might put the IRs in there later. Floette. See, I have the regular Mega Dragalge. Put Mega Floette in there, why not? Mega Zygarde DX. I don't even think this card's worth that much. So put that in there. It's not the promo one. Okay, we have a massive pile of holos to put in there, compared to at least compared to my other generations of cards. And I'm not going to put those in first. I'm going to go through my non-holo cards now. So in here we've got, I don't think I had a holo Furfrou. I'm actually going to splay out the holo cards that I'm putting in there, so I can see the names. Now I can go through my non-hollows. And I definitely don't have a Furfro, so put that in there. Pyro. I think I have a hollow Spritzy that I put in there, yes. Matisse we put in there. Noibat we have in there. Nothing from this pilot really. This is Prismatic Evolutions, non-hollows that I'm going through. Nothing. Man, everything I had for this set was hollow. Or for this generation. Crazy. Or maybe Prismatic Evolutions just isn't representing Gen 7 very well. That could very much be the case. Alright, now we're moving on to Chaos Rising. Let's look at Perfect Order. Queefkeys, Talonflame, yeah, see, Volcanion, Binacle. I have a Hollow Diggersby, I think. I don't have a Bunnelby. Yes. Put Doublade in there. Hawlucha. Amara. Yeah, see, so many Pokemon from Perfect Order are from Gen 7. Spupa. Right? Right? Yeah. Oh, I like this art for Furfrou way better. Plus, there's also a bunch of different forms of Furfrou, so we'll have to see. Okay. Alright. Dang. So now we'll go through Chaos Rising. Golisopod does not belong in there. Phantom, I'm pretty sure we already have, yep. A Frogadier to hold the spot until I decide whether I want to put that one in there. I think I want to get that one graded, man. I don't know. I think it had like Baka centering, but I don't know. Meowstic. I definitely had a hollow for that. Yep. I have an Esper somewhere up. There it is. Chaos Rising just isn't, I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. It's probably where I've made most of my money, you know, since I got back into Pokemon, but I have a Hollow Froakie. Okay. I have like 3 more stacks of Chaos Rising, but I just don't think there's really anything else in this set that I need. It could be wrong, but I don't know, man. I also feel like there's barely any electric Pokemon in either Perfect Order or Chaos Rising, which is crazy. Yeah, it's just the same ones over and over and over and over and over again. Wimpod is the next generation. Yeah, no, I think Chaos Rising just feels so small, man. I have so much bulk. I think that's probably it for our Gen 7. So, what we're going to do is, first I'm going to separate the Megas and the EXs, kind of the more valuable ones, because I want to keep those. I need to, like, crop my penny sleeves, and then I'll put those in. But for all these other ones, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to try to organize these. Or I'll just have them laid out. Just go through it as we go through it. So next up is chestnut. I know I have a chestnut. There we go. Slide that in. A lot of you might cringe that these are going into a binder unprotected. I'm not really putting any cards that I super care about maintaining the value for in here. This is something I don't plan on selling anyways, ever. So, chestnut, trash. Mega chestnut, don't have them. So it's got to go in a binder. Fennekin, I have. And it is somewhere. I have the hollow for it, right? No? I definitely do. I definitely do. There it is. Fennekin, Brazen, Delphox. Cool. Boom. Boom. And then Mega Delphox, I definitely don't have. This goes in trash. Froakie, we got you. Frogadier, I have. Greninja, I don't. Mega Greninja is at PSA. Bunnelby. Here's Diggersby. Bunnelby I don't have a hollow for. Next up we got Fletchling and Fletchinder, which I have, and I even have Talonflame. Kind of sad that Talonflame doesn't have a Mega. Fletchling is the normal type, isn't he? Yeah. Scatterbug, I don't think I have. I have him in Legends EA, which I just started. Don't have him in the TCG. Spupa, I have. He is somewhere. Spupa. Where have you gone? There he is. I don't have any of the villains. Vivijon. I don't know. Is it French? Vivijon? Jean. Baby John. Meadow. Marine. Somebody that never really played Generation 7, 8, or 9. Like, these are going to be kind of interesting. Pokemon, all these forms, like, kind of whack. Is there another one after this? Okay, thank God. Alright, I've got Litleo and Pyroar. And I even have Mega Pyroar. I didn't even set that aside. Where my Litleo go? Here he is. Mega Pyroar. Well, I'm going to scan all these megas before I put them in. I don't think this one's worth that much money, but just in case. Flabébé. Floette. Another Floette. Florges. Don't have this. I have Mega Floette. I just don't. It's just a Mega, so I'm not gonna put it in yet. Go-Goat, Pancham. I don't have a lot of these. Kangoro, I definitely don't have. Alright, the Furfros. So I'm gonna need to see. This just looks like the natural trim. That's just their tail. This looks so stupid. Why are there so many? Oh wait, natural. I like the one from Perfect Order. One from Prismatic Evolutions. I don't know. Putting in all these Furfros so that we can move on. Okay, we've got an Esper and we have a Meowstic. I just don't know if it's a male or female. I didn't even know they had a male and female. Okay, let's see, Esper. And then this Meowstic. I think this is female. No. No, it's male. Wow. This, these next couple are very tall. Dude, really. I have to trim them a bit. That barely fit. hone edge. Ooh. Did we have a hone edge? We had a double blade. Yeah, I don't think I had a hone edge. That's nice though, because it means I don't have to cut another one. I don't think I have an edge slash. I definitely have a little spritzy. Beautiful reverse hollow. And an aromatisse. A less beautiful reverse hollow. No Swirlix. Slur Puff. I like slurring and puffing. I've never heard of this Pokemon in my life. Inkay. Malamar. Not familiar with your game, sir. Mega. I think I have a Binacle. Dude. I don't have a Barbaracle. I do have a Skrelp. Somewhere. Oh, I do have a female Meowstic. Nice. This blue thing, I'll show you guys later. It's something I 3D printed and I love it. Try to center these a bit better. Cool. What's up next? Skrelp. Skrelp. There he is. Don't have a Dragalge. I do have the Mega Dragalge, but I'm not going to put him in here yet. And no Megas until I scan it. Because again, I don't really want to put anything super valuable in this binder. Unless I just love it. Helioptile, don't have him. He's electric type, which means he doesn't get a card. Pokemon Company doesn't care about electric types. We got Tyrunt. Have him. And probably Tyrantrum, no? It's criminal that he doesn't have an SIR. Amora. Aurorus. I do have an Aurorus somewhere. Yeah. Sylveon. Another beautiful reverse. I want you up here. I have another beautiful reverse hollow. I have multiple, I think, reverse hollow Sylveons. I think I have a Pokeball reverse hollow Sylveon too. So. Hawlucha. I don't have Mega Hawlucha. Dedenne I have. Carbink I don't. Then we got Goomy, Sliggoo, and Goodra. I don't feel like putting my IR Sliggoo in there. just yet. Oh, there's a Hisuian Sligo? Didn't even know that. Guff, Klefki, I have Phantom. This section of the binder just feels so much fuller. So nice. Got they do have a Pumpkaboo. I have so many Gorgeist EXs. So many. I have 3 of them. So you know what? Screw it. One of them is going in that. Which one has the worst centering? I don't know. They all suck. So what I'm going to do here is cut the penny sleeve. They cut really well in these straight line cutters, so it barely fits in the binder. Might not have cut it enough, but I did, just barely. Bergmite, and then Avalugg. Almost done with this generation. Don't have Hisuian Avalugg, is it? This art for Avalugg is just so terrible. And no, I don't think I do have it. Yeah, no. I have Noibat. Don't have Noivern. I have Xerneas. No Yveltal. Did I not put my cord in there? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Guys, I messed up. Oh, everything's one slot to the left. That's okay. Fuck it. I will do this later. Not a big deal. I'm not going to spend time freaking out over it. But I am going to be proactive and start putting stuff to the right. What have I done? This always happens to me, guys. Zygarde's forms out of order. 10%, 50% complete. Okay. Right. I don't have really any of these mythics or legendaries. Definitely don't have Hoopa, but I have Volcanion. I need to go back through. Oh my gosh. I guess it's not that much, but all these binder pages that I just made, I need to move everything to the right by one. Because I forgot to put in chestnut in the right spot. Oh well, no biggie. So I'm gonna call it for now. Putting stuff into the binder. So I was bleeding. I'm gonna take the remaining 2 generations, put them right there. Leave it open to where I need to move everything over. These are gonna get scanned. 2 little card sorters I can put back in the shelf. And then I guess I did have this thing I want to show you guys. I 3D printed both the top loader dispenser and a penny sleeve dispenser. You just load them up in there, and as you're putting cards away, you just pull them out. All right. Okay, so how long have I been streaming? Hour and 20 minutes. I think the move right now is... I think I'm going to call it. It was a good first little stream. I don't know if I'm going to go through this binder and move everything around off stream. Might as well. But yeah, good little first technical stream. Technically, it went better than I thought it would. There we go. I am probably gonna enjoy my little Nintendo Switch. I might also plan out like a little activity camera build. Maybe I'll get like a boom camera that extends from the ceiling. That would be kind of cool. Or just put it on this wall right here. But yeah. Alright, anyways, thanks to anybody that watched. Thanks to anybody that's going to watch. I really appreciate it. If you could give the video a thumbs up. Not necessarily to boost me to more people, but just so you can see more of my content in the future if you liked it. Highly recommend that. And I'll see you next time. Toodles.